I'm not going to be long on this program. I'm here working, but I wanted to prove to the people of God what I know. I'm not well attired. I'm not well attired to come on the live, so that's why you're not seeing my face. If you are a child of God and you know the move of God, you will understand that we are living in the last days. COVID was the first. COVID was something to show all Christians that they were getting ready for the world, for the mark of the beast. I want to tell you something about the labor parties in the Caribbean. Just like China talks about the red dragon, which the dragon represents the devil. The Labour Party, now let me say this first. I want to make this clear first. I am a prophet. I don't belong to any political party. I do not vote. And I don't belong to a party. And I work for Jesus Christ. The Labour Party in the Caribbean are one. They are one. And the reason why they were red is not to signify the blood. They were red to represent the dragon. I want you to remember a couple of years ago when there were an election between Ralph Gonsalves, where 7 people or more, correct me, a van had turned over with a lot of people and they died. And I don't think that there was ever an investigation about those people who died in St. Vincent. And that goes on not only in St. Vincent, but when Kenny Anthony in St. Lucia was in power. The Labour Party around the Caribbean are one. And they do nothing without the devil. The devil is the one that controls the Labour Party around the Caribbean. Marie, Jeremy, hand me my other 2 phones. Now, a lot of people do not understand why, hand me my other 2 phones. Why was Ralph Gonsalves able to stay in power so long? Was he able to stay in power because the people liked him? No. These people from the man in Dominica, for the man in Dominica, they are cheaters. They deal with the devil. They deal with the devil. Ralph Gonsalves was able to stay in power that long because he had a spiritual hold over the country. He had a spiritual hold over the country of St. Vincent. And I want to prove this to you. So for them to stay in power, what happens? Because they have an allegiance to the devil. They have an allegiance to the devil. They are going to need blood. If you look, for instance, what people found during this election, they found blood. Maybe it's blood from an animal, because you can use blood from an animal, which I heard. And some of your eyes need to be open. Some of your eyes need to be open, and you need to stop. You need to ask God, what is it that you need to do in this season? And my eyes is very open. I remember during the election in Barbados, I just said, if you can listen to a radio and you can't see the people, well, I'm a radio today. I just said, I am not well attire. I have been working all morning. Though I am a pastor, full-time pastor, I still have people under my control when it comes to work time. And just listen to what you don't need to see my face. So listen to me carefully. So for them to remain in power, they consult witch doctors. Now let me say this to you. Just recently in Barbados, we had Ghana flight. You had straight flight from Ghana to Barbados. You have straight flight from Ghana to Barbados. And then the Prime Minister says that he's bringing the king, some king, Ashanti king. And some of these Bajans are so stupid, they don't know that the Ashanti king that she brought here, was a high-class witch doctor. Okay? So what is going to happen? Election in Barbados will be called from maybe February, God's willing. Maybe every February. Now she has these people come in? Because someone asked me who I think will win the election in Barbados. If the Christians some Christians in Barbados are given over to the enemy. So somebody asked me who will win the election in Barbados. Now, I have always been forthright. The words that I speak has never dropped to the ground. And if the words that I speak drop to the ground, it means that something else has taken place in the realm of the spirit. If you look at my track record as a prophet, you will see that, and that's why God spoke to me this morning. What I am trying to say to you, my brothers and sisters, your eyes need to be open in this end time. And I'm going to tell you a lot here today. So someone asked me who will win the election in Barbados. If the people of Barbados continue to remain dumb, Mia Motley will win back the election in Barbados. Because she has already secured the government by witchcraft. The Ashanti king is walking through the country, and I want to show you that as we are in the end days, if you don't get your eyes open, you are going to be straight to the devil. So let me share this with you. So they are one, and they are the ones that will bring the Caribbean together. for the mark of the beast. They are the one that will bring the Caribbean together for the mark of the beast. But what we do as Christians, some of us that are so dumb, what we do as Christians, because we want to be involved, we want to let people know. We want to let people know, oh, we know Prime Minister this and Prime Minister that. Listen to me. If you know the money that has been offered to me, one heads of government offer me $47,000 and think that I was going to bow to them. Another time, they offer me $1 billion if I will come on their side. I will never serve the devil. I will never serve Satan, Hasatan, the dragon. They can kill me first. I will never. The price for my life was too costly. So listen to what happened. Now, a lot of people do not understand that as this Labour Party the Labour Party around the Caribbean are the ones that will take the people into the demonic realm. So you had COVID, and while they had COVID, those people that was so more harsh with the people around COVID, you will see that all of them were part of the Labour Party in the Caribbean. Ralph Gonsalves was offering people Kentucky and offering people piece of land when they knew. Now, only this morning, I was reading something. I was reading something that talks about HIV. And in the last couple of months, and if somebody's here from Barbados, you can correct me because I think I read that. More than 5,000 Barbadians has HIV. How did they contract HIV? And majority of time, people do not contract HIV by having sexual activity. They contracted HIV because the vac that you took in your hands 2 years ago, one of the things in there was HIV. So very soon in St. Lucia, many parts of the Caribbean, many parts of the world, you are going to see people that took the COVID jab. You will see them developing rapid cancers, and you're going to see them developing HIV and many other venereal disease. Now, these people, these governments knew that they knew exactly what it was, a created pandemic, and they knew very well that when you take this, some of them will die within 2 years, which we are seeing a lot of people because they are associated with the demonic realm. Now, if you look, for an instance, I wanted to educate some of y'all because some of y'all are too dumb. I was arrested during COVID here in Barbados. You know why they arrest me? They arrest me not only because what they accuse me of, that I breach computer mishap, some junk. They arrest me because I was telling the people, don't take that vac. I want you to understand where we are. 2026 will be a terrible year for a lot of you. 2026 will be a year where you're going to have a choice whether to take the mark of the beast in your hands and in your forehead, or else you would not be able to buy or sell. And I know that a lot of you are going to take it. Now, when you take this, it is going to be over for you. You won't be able to go to no supermarket. You won't be able to do a lot of stuff. What I don't understand is that why so many of you are still dumb. You don't know which side that you're on. I make up my mind. I have made up my mind years ago that if my head has to go on a platter, that is where my head going. God showed me in a dream. Father, should I say that here? The Lord showed me in a dream how I will die. He showed me the end of my life, and he showed me how I will die. And he showed me how I will die for speaking for him. All right, I'm trying to gather myself. Oh, Jesus. All right. I want to try to... Oh, Jesus, Jesus. Help your people. Help your people, God. Help your people in this hour. Ah, oh, Jesus. So, the morning he showed me how I will die for speaking for him. And he was showing me how they will kill me. But I'm prepared for it. I am prepared for it. All right, I just want to gather myself. All right, let me try to finish this. All right, so 2026 to 2027. 2026 to 2027. If you are not ready, you will end up taking the mark of the beast. You will end up for taking the mark of the beast because you don't understand where we are. But he showed me that they will kill me for speaking. And in the dream, I don't have any fear in me. I don't have any fear in me at all. But in the dream, he showed me how I was speaking and the government came. It was so ruthless in the land. And he showed me how they took me and they put me in a line because I refused to take the mark. Now, a lot of Christians believe that they will be raptured up. They will be raptured up. But I tell you, you will not be raptured up until you go through the beast system. So while I was on the line, I was concerned about my children. I was concerned about my children, but the Lord showed me that they will kill me for speaking. And I was afraid. I was afraid. And I heard an angel behind me say, Go. They can cut your neck off, but you will rise up in glory. And after they chopped my neck, I felt no pain. I felt no pain. And I became alive in heaven. I did not even come to say this here. I didn't come to say this there, Father. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to gather myself. Oh, Jesus. I know that I will be killed. I know that I will be killed. But when they kill me, I will rise up in glory. I want to finish this, but I am too grieved in my spirit. I'm very grieved in my spirit. I am grieved. I'm still grieved for what is about to happen with St. Lucia and the bodies that will be on the ground. But what I want to let you know, I know how I will die. And they will kill me for speaking. I know, and I'm prepared for it. I am prepared for it. You must understand that God is calling you. You must understand that it will not be a better roses. It will not be a better roses for you around the Caribbean. When I gather myself, I'll come back. I'll come back when I gather myself.